From the heart of downtown Kokomo, I'm April Thatcher, and you are watching News Brief. Here are your latest headlines. Are you ready to rock? First Friday Band Night is going to fill the streets of downtown Kokomo with live music from all genres. Key performers include Josh Mast, The Blue Notes, Sam King, and more. And as always, First Friday is free. They will also be hosting a silent auction in Artist Alley during First Friday. You can own a piece of awesome art and Howard County history. They will be making room for their next exhibit, so head over to Artist Alley and place your bid on pieces from their very first exhibit. And the fun in downtown Kokomo doesn't end at 9 p.m. The Kokomo Family YMCA is getting ready to light up the night as the second annual Glow in the Mo, Glow in the Dark 5K returns to downtown Kokomo at 9 p.m. on Friday, August 7th. It will be 3.1 outrageous miles of black lights and UV glow water, all leading up to an unforgettable splash party at the finish line. You won't want to miss out. In 2014, the event brought more than 800 kids, adults, and seniors to Foster Park in one of the most unforgettable events of the summer. And this year's race looks to be bigger, better, and yes, even splashier. The non-competitive event isn't timed, so participants of all ages and ability levels are encouraged to come out and have a wild and colorful time. For more information, please visit kokomoymca.org. Saturday will be an exciting day in downtown Kokomo as well, as Weberfest takes Foster Park by storm. Bring a lawn chair to rock out to several acts beginning at 4 p.m. and the main band, Mini Kiss, takes stage at 9 p.m. and it's all part of the free Kokomo Summer Concert Series. There is always something happening at the Kokomo Automotive Museum. We spoke with Jeff Shively to get an update and learn more about the current exhibit. Kokomo has a rich automotive history, and today that brings us to the Kokomo Automotive Museum. We're here with Jeff Shively, and he's going to tell us about the new display that you guys have.
Yes, well, thank you, April, for coming to see us. Our exhibit, which is in our special exhibit gallery, it's entitled Lessons in Automotive Ornithology, The Life and Times of the Ford Thunderbird. I was trying to find a way to use my knowledge of ancient Greek and Latin to try to sound intelligent here. So that's the name of our new exhibit, and it's a wonderful exhibit. We have 5 Ford Thunderbirds. The Thunderbird is an iconic automobile. If you've seen American Graffiti, you might remember Suzanne Summers driving the white Thunderbird that was the object of, the one of the main characters' affections, Dreyfuss. Okay. Yeah, Richard Dreyfuss. And it's just been, since the Thunderbird came out in 1955, it's been an iconic automobile. It was brought back a few years ago, people remember around 2002, as a small, retro-looking two-seater. So it has a great impact on our automotive history. So I thought the best way to show that would be to start off with the first 5 generations of the Thunderbird. And I assembled a nice selection of significant automobiles. And if you come here to the museum, which of course the exhibit is going to be open until October the 9th, so there's still a lot of time to come in here. You'll see a 1957 supercharged Thunderbird coupe. It's called an F code. They're very, 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 very rare, and they're very expensive. They are the holy grail for the early Thunderbird guys. They call them the baby birds. Those folks really hunt for the F code, the supercharged car. It was a very fast car. They were building factory race cars at the time at Ford out of some Thunderbirds, so this is kind of an offshoot of that idea. And then we move up a little bit to the 1958, which was an entirely different concept. It went from being a two-passenger sports car to being a four-passenger, two-door sports luxury car. So it's more competing with the lower end of Cadillac and Lincoln rather than Chevrolet. And the 58, the car we have in here is very unique. It's a convertible, which very few of them were built because of production problems. They were building them alongside the Lincoln Continentals in Wixom, Michigan, and there were some issues early on. So it's a very unique car because of that. And the third vehicle, which is one of my favorites, we've had in the museum for quite some time. It is a 1963, what's called a sports roadster. The car we have is extremely rare. There are 22 known to exist. 37 were built. It's distinctive because it has Kelsey Haynes wire wheels. It has a fiberglass cover that sits over the back seat, so it looks like it's a two-seat roadster. But most importantly is the engine. It has a 3 carburetor engine. It's called an M code. Those, again, if you have some of the newer Thunderbird guys, they really go for those. As far as the later things, we have the 4th generation, which is called the Flare Bird. What's unique about it? It's a 65. It's in a burnt orange, very pretty color. What's unique about it is today we're used to things like complete fresh air ventilation in our cars. Well, this had that. It had flow-through ventilation. Of course, back then it was for one reason, because people smoked so much. They wanted to be able to have the windows rolled up and have fresh air. But it also has disc brakes in the front, which is very much in the early 60s is a very advanced thing to have, and a reclining seat. We don't think about that now. All our seats are reclined. We're used to that. But it didn't happen back then. And the final car is a 69 Thunderbird sedan. In the late 60s, they really went all out with the luxury, and they made this 4-door, and frankly, it's as heavy as a Cadillac or a Lincoln. It's a big car. But the car we have on display is unique for a couple of reasons. Number one is purple, which was a correct factory color, but it also has a sunroof. And it was the first year they offered a sunroof in that body style, and it's very rare in the sedans. I think only a few hundred were built. So it's a wonderful collection of cars, and unlike the rest of the vehicles we have here, it's what I call a free range exhibit, which means unlike the rest of the time you have to stay behind the ropes, here you can get behind the ropes. I ask you don't touch anything, but you can actually get in and see the cars. We have some literature on display at the back of the exhibit. We also have a video that plays telling the history of the Thunderbird. So I think if people, if they want to spend a good afternoon, they can come and see the rest of the cars, but by golly, come and see our Thunderbirds, because I think you'll really enjoy it. And we have coming up, after October, we're going to be having a Chrysler exhibit here. So if you like 50s Chryslers, the big tail fins, that's the time to come too.
Okay. And this exhibit took you quite some time to actually assemble and get here to Kokomo.
Yes. Yeah, it's one of those things we rely on other people's cars. And, you know, is the summertime, in the winter it's a lot easier because people aren't using their cars. Summertime, you got to find a guy who has 3 or 4 of them and is willing to give you one of them. And that's the case with most of these people here. They have multiple cars. And they say, yeah, you can have mine for 6 months. Because 6 months is a long commitment. But we have cars here from LaPorte, Indiana. We have cars from south of Indianapolis, this red 58. I had one Saturday afternoon in April, I had the terrible task of having to drive it up here from Indianapolis with the top down. It was just one of the hazards of the job. But we have them from all over central Indiana. We brought in cars from out of state too for events. But it does take a little bit of work. But the owners enjoy it, and of course the people who come here really enjoy seeing those cars.
Okay, and if you're interested in coming and seeing all of these beautiful Thunderbirds, what are your hours?
Yes. We're open Tuesday through Sunday, 10 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. Now, we do open up. If you have a special request, if you have a special tour, we do arrange for things on Mondays. You have to call the museum. Our number is 765-454-9999, and we can work with you. If you have a group that you want to tour, church group, youth group, Cub Scouts, whatever, we're always looking for groups to tour. And if you want to do that, we're more than open to it. We have tour guides. You'll have a wonderful time if you come here. That's all I can say.
Okay. And it's located in the Ivy Tech Event and Conference Center. And these beautiful cars are on display through October 9th. So hopefully we'll see you here. If you're a car lover, that is definitely an exhibit worth checking out at the Kokomo Automotive Museum. We Care of Kokomo is looking for an organization or church group that is looking for a community project that would like to take over the making of the annual cheese balls for the We Care Trimetry Festival and the annual We Care Telethon. Interested groups may contact Jackie May at 765-628-0803 for more details. Schools around the area are or will be back in session soon. This means more traffic on the roadways during the morning and afternoon rush hours. The Kokomo Police Department would like to remind motorists to exercise caution when traveling on school bus routes and through school zones. Drivers should be alert in case a child darts out into the roadway. Motorists are also reminded that traffic in both directions must stop for the extended arm on the school bus while loading and unloading children. This includes traffic all lanes in both directions on multi-lane roadways unless there is a physical barrier, a median, or a dividing section constructed to impede vehicular traffic. And now it's time for the Spotlight. This week's feature business is the Popcorn Cafe.
Hi, I'm Grace Jones, and I'm the owner of the Popcorn Cafe located in Kokomo, Indiana at 1108 East Markland Avenue. So I came back to Kokomo, Indiana. I was an Indiana Wesleyan graduate a number of years ago, in fact 1980, so quite a number. And at age 60, I've opened the shop this year. I'd worked for a large senior housing company and worked across the West Coast for a number of years and decided that it was time for me just to quit and have some fun. So I came back here. My best friend works with me, Barkers of the B&K Root Beer Stand, are dear friends of mine, so I leased my property from them. After all those years in senior housing, I decided that it was time to do something fun and be able to give back, so Indiana comes to mind. Indiana is indeed kind of the heart of America that I feel. You can be on the West Coast and there are great people, but there's nothing like what real America is, with flags outside, Bibles, churches, and as corny as that sounds, that's exactly what Indiana is, and at least that's what it is to me. So one of the things I wanted to do is be able to give back to the community, which I have come to care about through the years. So we give back 5% of our income every month to a local charity. That's one of the fun things that we do while we pop popcorn. We have 50 flavors of popcorn at all times, starting with just regular butter and caramel for those who are not so adventuresome, all the way up to a jalapeno cheddar or something covered in Ghirardelli's chocolate with so much junk on your heart just takes a flutter. So at that point, we also thought we needed some candy, and so we had some candy, and we have the old-fashioned stuff because, again, I said I was 60, and so we have to have things like slow pokes, Butterfingers, things that just we remember from our youth. After that, we decided we need some fun sodas, so we offer Kitty Piddle, Dog Drool, and then the old-time stuff, Green River, cherry wine. Those are things that we offer in the store. So there's something for everybody here. We've been blessed to have great customers. There's not been a person who's not come into the store and found something they enjoy and been very appreciative that we've made such a fun environment. Families like to bring out-of-town guests and especially grandchildren. So we've enjoyed our time together so far at the store. Look forward to new things coming up in the remainder of 2015 and going into 2016.
And now for your 5-day forecast. Wednesday, partly cloudy skies during the morning hours will become overcast in the afternoon, high of 83. Wednesday night, cloudy in the evening with scattered thunderstorms developing after midnight, low of 63. Thursday, thunderstorms likely, high near 75. Thursday night, mostly clear skies with a low of 57. Friday, partly cloudy skies in the morning will give way to cloudy skies during the afternoon, high of 78. Friday night, partly cloudy skies early, followed by mostly cloudy skies and a few showers later at night, low of 59. Saturday, sunshine and some clouds with a high of 79. Saturday night, partly cloudy with a low of 59. Sunday, a few clouds from time to time with a high of 81. Sunday night, a few clouds with a low of 62. Thank you for watching News Brief. Be sure to tune in to IndianaTalks.com for more local news on the hour. For Kgov2 and the City of Kokomo, I'm April Thatcher, and here is your community calendar.